Okay, here we are with yet another vintage bike. We got a Maico, and what's your name?
My name is Gary.
Gary, and what bike do we have right here?
A 74.5 GP440 Maico.
74 and a half. That's a big deal, right?
74.5 is when they moved the shocks forward and started the long travel suspension revolution.
Very cool. So, and you know Maicos, obviously, because you have your own shop, right?
Yes.
What's the name of your shop?
So Cal Maico.
And obviously, I'm guessing you guys work on Maicos.
Yeah, on a few.
All right. So, I'm guessing you've done a lot of these, but what attracted you to this bike, and I guess to Maicos overall, and why did you fix up this one?
Well, I raced Maicos back in the 70s and out of Wheelsmith, and then went car racing, and then came back to motorcycles, and it's just too much fun.
Awesome. Okay, and so how often do you get out and ride and race these Maicos?
At least once a month, and then I'll ride it another time or two over the month, but I work on them all the time.
Yeah, that's nonstop. Now, with these Maicos, like this bike in particular, what are some of the things that I'm sure, have seen everything that goes wrong and is difficult to find and all that kind of stuff? So,
that's a really long list.
What are some of the stuff that's tough for you guys that to keep together? So, if a guy's going to restore one of these, what are some of the main things that are tough to find and
well, restoration and racing are two different things. Right. If you want to restore it, trying to find original parts is difficult and expensive. If you want to race the bike, plenty of aftermarket parts are available.
Okay, and is there anything that goes wrong with these things that there's some problematic you got to keep an eye on?
What could possibly go wrong on a race bike?
Yeah, we've seen that today. Now, I noticed that with some of your bikes, like you have we'll call him a fast guy. You bring in a ringer to race some of your bikes. So who's racing this bike?
Zeke Landers.
Okay, and so he'll race it in some classes, and you're racing yourself as well.
Right, I'm racing my 77.
Very cool.
Yeah, I'm an old guy, but it's cool to put a young fast guy on some of this stuff here and let people see how good these bikes really are. My other bike over here, this 81-490, Motocross Action Magazine, here in 2019, still calls that one of the 10 best motocross bikes ever built.
Yeah, and I get that from a lot of guys. It just can be a little hard to start, but other than that, right?
Yeah,
not for you.
All right.
So now on this bike, and what do you think you'd have in it, time and money wise, to build this bike?
I don't really want to know. No, I mean, you can't build this bike if you have nothing and you want to build this bike, you can't touch it under 10.
So, and that's good to know. So, but it's a gorgeous bike, and it's fun to see you guys racing these things. So I appreciate your time, and hopefully we'll see you guys out at the races soon.
Okay, and I hope your viewers come out also.